What if I told you that the secret to feeling peaceful, cozy, and deeply grounded this winter isn't in Scandinavia, but in Japan? Today, you're about to step into a world where the cold season is not something to escape, but something to embrace. A world where winter slows down, silence becomes warm, and everyday life turns into a gentle ritual. A world that shows us that the softest comforts often come from the simplest traditions. Winter in Japan has a different texture, a different rhythm, a different emotional temperature. It isn't just in the falling snow along temple rooftops or the frosty mornings when the air feels crisp enough to taste. It's in the deliberate way people move through the season, with a softness that feels almost like a deep exhale. Instead of pushing against winter, Japan invites it in. It becomes a season of warmth, patience, and presence, a time where small rituals carry you through the cold with grace. In this video, we're exploring Japanese winter slow living, a lifestyle built around mindfulness, hospitality, and quiet comfort. If you're familiar with hygge, the cozy Danish concept, imagine something similar, but layered with centuries of tradition, spirituality, cultural meaning, and a deep appreciation for the beauty of simplicity. By the end of this journey, you'll have practical winter rituals you can bring into your own home, no matter where you live. Rituals that don't require money, or special decor, or complicated routines, just intention. So take a breath, let your shoulders drop, and settle in. Winter is about to feel different. In many Japanese homes, winter truly begins when the kotatsu comes out. There is something magical about it. A kotatsu is a low wooden table with a heater underneath and a thick quilt draped over the edges. You slide your legs underneath, and suddenly, the entire world feels softer. Children do homework under it. Adults read or drink tea. Families gather around it, share snacks, watch TV, talk, laugh, or say nothing at all. The warmth keeps everyone close. It's more than a piece of furniture. It's a symbol of shared presence. The kotatsu says, slow down. Stay here. Be warm. Even if you don't have one, you can create a similar space at home. A blanket, a warm throw, a floor cushion, a small table, a heating pad, and suddenly you have your own winter sanctuary. A place your mind associates with comfort. Japanese winter comfort is also deeply tied to food, but not just food you eat casually or quickly. Winter dishes in Japan are slow by nature. Oden, for example, simmers for hours. Its ingredients, daikon, eggs, tofu, fish cakes, become soft and flavorful as they absorb savory broth. Nabe, the iconic hot pot, is cooked in the middle of the table. Everyone adds ingredients: cabbage, mushrooms, tofu, thinly sliced meats, noodles. You watch them bubble gently, share from the same pot, and warm yourselves from the inside out. And then there's yakimo, roasted sweet potatoes sold on the street. The aroma alone can bring you back to childhood. These foods comfort not just because they are warm, but because they ask you to slow down. They fill the home with smells that make you feel safe and grounded. Cooking a slow dish once a week can help winter feel intentional instead of heavy. Hot drinks become small, sacred pauses during the day. Hojicha has a roasted aroma that feels like warmth in a cup. Yuzu tea fills the air with citrus. Ginger tea clears the senses. Matcha calms the mind. But the power isn't just in the drink. It's in the moment you choose to hold the cup with both hands, breathe in the steam, and be present. No phone, no rushing, just warmth, breath, and stillness. Even 1 minute of mindful drinking can reset your nervous system. Winter in Japan naturally brings people closer. When the nights are long and the weather is cold, families spend more time together. Not in loud or dramatic ways, but in simple, everyday moments. Sitting at the kotatsu, sorting oranges, watching a drama, folding laundry as a group, sharing snacks, playing small card games. There's no pressure to perform or be entertaining. The warmth comes simply from being together. A single hour of presence with loved ones can make winter feel comforting instead of isolating. Light is another quiet part of Japanese winter comfort. Instead of bright, harsh lighting, Japanese homes often let in soft, natural light through shoji screens, translucent paper that diffuses sunlight into a gentle glow. In winter, when daylight is precious, this soft glow feels soothing rather than stark. Even if your home doesn't have shoji, you can recreate the feeling by letting more natural light in, softening it with sheer curtains, or arranging your room so that your seating area faces the window. Winter light is fragile, but beautiful, and learning to work with it instead of against it can lighten your mood. Decorating for winter in Japan is subtle and meaningful. Instead of cluttered decor, there is a preference for natural materials and calm spaces. A single pine branch symbolizing endurance. A piece of bamboo representing resilience. A small plum blossom arrangement showing hope for spring. Soft fabrics. Warm textures. Gentle colors. Everything has intention. Nothing is too much. This creates a peaceful room that allows your mind to unwind. Even adding one natural object to your space can shift the atmosphere. Body care also becomes more intentional in winter. The Japanese bath, the ofuro, is not simply about washing. It is about resetting your entire being. The bathtub is deep. The water is hot. The room is dim. Sometimes yuzu fruits float in the water on winter solstice, releasing fragrance and cleansing energy. People soak for 10, 20, 30 minutes, letting the heat melt away stress. After the bath, you moisturize slowly, warm your feet, and slip into soft clothes. Bringing even a small part of this ritual into your routine can transform your evenings. Warmth is approached in small, thoughtful ways. Thick socks, soft rugs, heated slippers, warm blankets, hot water bottles, portable Cairo heat packs tucked into pockets. These tiny comforts add up, creating layers of coziness that carry you through the season. Winter becomes gentler when warmth comes from multiple directions. One of the most powerful Japanese winter principles is yutori, creating margin, breathing room, space between moments. Instead of overloading schedules, winter becomes a season to do less, not more. People slow their pace, accept longer mornings, and allow themselves to rest. You can embrace this by reducing commitments, making mornings softer, and giving yourself permission to take things slowly. Even adding 5 minutes of stillness to your routine can change everything. New Year's, or ashigatsu, is the spiritual heart of the Japanese winter. Unlike Western New Year celebrations, which are loud and energetic, Japanese New Year is quiet, reflective, and deeply symbolic. Homes are cleaned thoroughly to remove old energy. Debts are paid. Clutter is released. Special foods are prepared. Families gather for calm meals. Some visit shrines to pray for the new year. Many write down intentions or reflect on the past year's lessons. You can bring this to your own winter by choosing one moment to reset your space and mind. Clean one corner deeply. Throw away a few old items. Light a candle. Set an intention. Winter walks are another simple but powerful ritual. In Japan, people enjoy fuyu no sanpo, winter strolls where the goal is not to exercise, but to clear the mind. Early winter mornings are especially cherished. The world is quiet. The air is crisp. You can hear your own footsteps. You can see your breath. It's a moment to be alone with your thoughts, without noise or pressure. Even a 10-minute walk can shift your entire mood. Home routines also become softer in winter. Instead of rushing through chores, people clean slowly and gently. Warm water with a citrus scent. Opening windows for a brief moment to freshen the air. Wiping surfaces quietly. Taking things one task at a time. Cleaning becomes grounding, almost meditative, a moment to connect with your home rather than fight with it. Candles or soft lights bring another layer of calm. In tea rooms and temples, a single flame creates atmosphere, focus, and stillness. Lighting a candle in the evening can be your personal signal that the day is ending and it's time to exhale. Gratitude becomes a winter anchor. Japanese culture often emphasizes noticing small comforts: a warm bowl of soup, a soft blanket, a beam of sunlight, a shared conversation. When you acknowledge these tiny winter blessings, the season feels lighter and more meaningful. Writing down even one moment of gratitude each night can shift your perspective entirely. Japanese winter slow living works because it honors 3 essential principles: warmth, presence, and connection. Warmth in how you care for your body and your space. Presence in how you slow down and savor small moments. Connection with loved ones, with the season, and with yourself. When you live winter this way, it stops feeling lonely or heavy. It becomes full, rich, and quietly beautiful. If you're ready to experience winter differently, softer, slower, and more intentionally, try one Japanese winter tradition tonight. It doesn't need to be big. Light a candle. Make a warm drink. rearrange a cozy corner, take a quiet walk, or sit with a blanket and breathe. Even the smallest ritual can bring immense peace. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, comment your favorite winter tradition, and subscribe for more content on slow living, Japanese culture, and simple lifestyle habits. Thank you for spending this peaceful moment with me. Until next time, stay warm, stay grounded, and enjoy the gentle beauty of winter the Japanese way.